Hey everyone, John from Beyond ARTV. It's time for a little quick think piece type video. It's been on my mind lately just because of, one, Coldplay performing at the Super Bowl halftime show and people just shit-talking them for seemingly no reason other than them being Coldplay, and just something that's been in the back of my mind, I just kind of bouncing around for a while now, and that question is, why do people like to hate on certain artists just for the simple fact that they are said artist? It's like it gets to a point whenever people don't even know any of the band's music or care to dive in anymore. It just becomes cool for a certain site or a certain fan movement to hate on one particular outfit. And I'm looking at bands like Coldplay, which is a huge one. They get chalked up to being lovey-dovey pop music that's so shallow and simple that it just flies right through everybody's eardrums because there's nothing there. And then Nickelback and, bands along that line. I think those are two big ones that really come to mind whenever people think massively hated groups that are also at the same time very successful. Coldplay not as bad as Nickelback, but Coldplay being the main one that I want to focus on here. Coldplay are a very talented group that play all of their instruments very well. They put a lot of thought and effort into the material that they create, and in my opinion have never put out an album that is less than good, I mean, not spectacular, not blowing me away with everything that they release, but everything that they put out is at the very least good, I think. And it's weird to me that I see that and I see them get attacked, but I see nothing for people on the radio. Obviously, those are less album-centric artists or bands, but at the same time, I don't see that much hate for Fall Out Boy, and they're all over the radio still to this day, and they are arguably more poppy and more simplistic, and I'm not hating there by any means. I really enjoy most of Fall Out Boy's music. In fact, they used to be one of my favorite bands. But with Coldplay, I still see them as one of my favorite groups. And whenever I see people looking at them as just idiots who have nothing to say, I look and I say, why did this start? And then I look at sites like Consequence of Sound, who post articles, basically just very biased articles that seem to condescend for no reason other than them being Coldplay. It's obvious that they don't like certain groups or certain artists, as they will write headlines like, David Bowie refuses Coldplay collaboration because he wants to keep dignity intact. And it's like things are taken out of context in order to put them down more. Basically like, ha! Coldplay, yeah, they're the scum of the fucking earth. Yeah, who the fuck would ever collaborate with them? And it's just like, yeah, maybe the song wasn't good, and that's fine, and you need to be told that sometimes, but at least Coldplay owned up and can take the criticism like that. Even the collaboration with Beyonce, I believe it was called Hook Up, and that was shot down. Well, thank God we never had to see that, because they got shot down for the collaboration. And look, then we get Him for the Weekend, a track that I thought was really, really good, really danceable and fun on their last album, A Head Full of Dreams. I know it sounds like I'm coming off very defensive of Coldplay in this video, but let's play devil's advocate for a minute. Yeah, okay, Coldplay, maybe a little bit overexposed. Hear their songs on the radio too much. Get used at a lot of sports stadiums. Viva La Vida, overrated. The song is itself. Yeah, I've heard it a million times. But what is it exactly about the masses and the movements that I see, especially in the world of rock music, that you just can't handle Coldplay? You can't handle the fact that they're there, that they exist, and that they have talent and they have emotional prowess to their music. I'm not exactly sure, and I don't think that I'll ever fully understand, but my main point with this video is to think and assess before you actually dive in and start tearing away at some artist or a band. Actually look into your thoughts and feelings and have a well-rounded opinion before you put it out there. I know we live in the digital age, and I know we live in the world of the internet where you can throw out an opinion just like that and it will never most likely come back to haunt you. But at the same time, don't you want to put out a feeling that doesn't come off closed-minded? What if somebody that you look up to saw you comment on an article And the article is a review of a Foo Fighters album. And your comment is something as ridiculous as, "Fuck this mainstream bullshit. I'm not gonna listen to this. I'm gonna go listen to some Dream Theater." I mean, imagine if your future boss saw that one day and you work at a music magazine like Alt Press or Rolling Stone. How do you think that they're gonna perceive that? And how do you want people to perceive you in general? That's just the thoughts that I'm gonna leave you with for today. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. I use Coldplay as the main example just because they're in the spotlight right now, and I think that they're a really talented band that people tend to basically spit on for no reason. I mean, they get lots of love, don't get me wrong. There's lots of chart success, lots of love, lots of people who love Coldplay, including myself. But at the same time, there's those people who rise up and attack for really no reason other than the fact that they don't get it or they don't groove with it. Thoughts for the day. Let me know your thoughts. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys very soon right here on Beyond ARTV.